My name is Dean, and this is Scorpio Shoes in the Grainger Market, and I've worked here for about 3 years this time round. But 10 years ago I worked here for 3 years also, and then stopped and went to live elsewhere in the world. I went and lived in Iceland, the country, not the supermarket, for about 3 years. It was pretty fun. And then I moved back here, and then I went on a trip, sort of South Africa, Fiji, New Zealand, Australia, that usual gap year stuff. The culture has changed in the town. There was a lot of skateboarding way back when. So we used to sell skate shoes. That sort of dwindled away a little bit. But Dr. Martens has always been at the core. We mainly try and carry a shoe for everyone, so if there's a toddler comes in, although we don't sell kids shoes full time, we now and again do get rangers in, but then we get like 90-year-olds coming in for the same shoes over and over again. So I can't really say that there's been much of a change, but there has it's followed the culture, if you know what I mean. So we don't sell New Rocks anymore because there aren't people buying those shoes. But there's always been the core line of DMs and biker boots and things like that. They used to sell just really cheap family shoes, and then they took a punt on Dr. Martens sort of 60s, well, when Dr. Martens first started out, they started selling in the 60s, quite by accident really. The guy said he was selling on markets and things, and then he decided to put an order in because a guy who he had a contract with ran a factory that started producing Dr. Martens for Dr. Marten. Just put an order in on the off chance that he might get a full supply from them, and did. But then in here, it's been Dr. Martens, and it tends to go with fashion. It also tends to lead fashion a little bit, which is weird, sort of subcultures. So like the goths and the New Rock boots and things like that, and they did winkle pickers and brothel peepers and things like that. So it's always been subculture shoes, but always slightly ahead of the curve, which is there are very different types of customers that get in the shop. There's really easygoing people who, just like a chat, and then there are people who very much want something specific. You get one guy who keeps asking for the same shoe, but they don't make it in his size, but he will continuously come back every week and say, do you have this in a 13? Tell him no, they don't make it. And if he goes again, does it all the time. We have other people who tend to, they bring shoes over and they want to try the shoes on, and then they'll try the shoes on, and then they'll leave, and then they'll come back and they'll do the same thing, and they'll try the same shoe on again, and then they just don't have the bravery to try it because a lot of our shoes are pretty out there, but they definitely want to own the shoes, but they don't bite the bullet and go for it. My favourite shoe in general would probably be a regular choice one that looks like a ice cream, although I don't know if it's still out there. Yeah, it is. It's got an ice cream sort of Knickerbocker Glory heel. Yeah, that's the one. As shoes go, it's probably the most outrageous shoe I've ever seen.